On, family? You're tuned in to Real Last Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. It is Thursday night, our last night of this week of shows, all brand new shows all week. So thank you, weirdos, for listening and tuning in. We truly appreciate it. Join the virtual studio with my comedy brothers. We're going to start off with Mr. James John. What's up, James?
Hey, man, call me by my new name. I'm the teddy bear of comedy.
Ow! Turn off the lights.
There you go.
Light a candle, yo. Also join the first studio with Miguel Colon Jr., a.k.a. Mr. Seasoned Pork Chops.
Got them chops ready to go last night. Was a grown-ass man. Nobody could stop me. Cop pulled me over. I said,
did you
sauteed him? I sauteed him, man. You know what I'm saying? No, jalapeno, onions, potatoes, and baby carrots. I had cooked already. I had it left over. So I just sauteed them in a pan with a little bit of avocado oil because I've been watching the videos.
A little bit of avocado oil, bro. Oh, did he do that on him? Hey, he was doing the sexy chef voice. Yeah, so you have a little bit of avocado oil. Then you're gonna dice up some carrots real small.
When I was salting them, I don't salt bay it, man. I do it like a dope lab. I got a little spoon. I'm playing Devil's Pie by D'Angelo in the background.
The Devil's Pie.
I'm like, it's Himalayan salt. Yeah, nuts and butter, rock the slice. And then two. When I salt it all up, they're like, "What kind of salt is that?" I'm like, Himalayan. I'm like, look, man, it's raw. It's good Himalayan salt. I mean, I might work a little magic and make 2 jars into 3, but it's fire, you know?
Hey, baby, I just call it the pink one. Like that's it.
That's some good salt right there.
That's real.
Can't even feel my face. That's some good salt.
I just call it the pink one. That's all it is.
Get the pink.
Bruh. Also join the virtual studio. He will be closing out the Funny Fridays at the side stage at the Orlando Improv this Friday, September the 1st. My comedy brother, 1/3 of the Crown Royal Boys. You put your hands together and show your love for Chris Alexander, everybody.
How you doing?
We good, man. How's everything going with you, brother?
Doing good, man. I'm getting a good type of nervous for Friday, so I'm hoping everything works out really well.
Okay, let's give Chris his flowers too, man. Chris, you've been doing some pretty big things, man. You last year, I want to say, Ken, you was actually there. You hooked up with a pretty big headliner at the Improv, and he's been having you fly out. You've been doing shows with him, and you've been doing a great job DJing and all that stuff. Tell us a little bit about who we talking about and what you've been doing.
Oh, hold on, let me get this echo.
Take your time, Chris. The audience has all the time in the world.
Yeah. No, they don't.
Yeah, they're not going to change channels.
Like we taping and he said pause.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, hold on.
Oh, y'all wanted to talk about me and the stuff I was doing? Hold on, man. I'm just sitting here listening to the
we don't hear no echo, bro.
You don't hear the echo? Okay.
No, just tell the story, man, before I cut you up out of here.
Oh, man, don't rude.
Where my mouth at?
So anyway, I've been working with Russell Peters for the past couple of shows, so that's been an amazing experience right there. And just hanging out with him and learning just certain things and learning tricks and just how to operate has been so dope. So
that's super dope, man. For anybody who doesn't know, Russell Peters he's one of the world's biggest comedians. Not just
biggest.
What people don't understand is I think Russell Peters speaks like a quarter of every language. Like he was in Babylon and the tower fell, and he was like, no, I know what y'all saying. Like,
the thing is, he knows like everybody, so it's like you can't really say anything because it's like, oh yeah, so this guy he's tripping, like, oh yeah, this is my brother, and he calls him,
he'll call him right there on FaceTime him while you're right there. He was on the BET Awards sitting next to, I think, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
And he was probably the one invited. He was like, hey Kane, you want to come to this thing?
Yeah. Because I was gonna say Russ was like us. He's a hip hop head.
Oh yeah.
Fresh as sneaks every time I see him too, man.
I went to earlier this year. I went to Denver and we did a show in the Denver Comedy Works. And he said, hey, I'm gonna have DJ Qbert show up. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then he showed me videos of like who DJ Qbert was, and he's like, dude, like amazing. Then he shows up, enjoys the show, and then another DJ guy showed up. He has like a DJ supply store in Denver. So we went to the store and we stayed there till like 5 a.m. just scratching. It was amazing.
Nice. I mean, that's hip hop, man.
Yeah.
That's
me and Russell Peters was there when Pac got shot. I don't think I knew that.
Maybe.
It was me and him. We was in the backseat of Beamer. I said, hey man, let me out. It was on some Boys in the Hood.
Oh, he did the Ice Cube.
yo.
He pulled over to the side. Let him out. Let him out.
Let me
Yo,
out.
day later, Suge came sitting down next to me and Russell Peters.
Hey, what's
Says, I
that
know why you
song?
got out. He said, I know why you got out that car that night.
Yo,
Yeah.
for real, B. Hey, I let you know I shot the dude that shot Pac. So there
There
we
you
go.
go.
Hey, don't say
Boys
Boys
that.
in
They
the
looking
Hood
for him
story
now.
too.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go murk the dudes who shot my brother, I know it's an important thing, but Trey, change your clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
you covered it. You covered in 9 ounces of the slowest running back in history's blood. So go ahead and change your clothes, man.
Yo.
Drinking all that milk like
Yo,
James.
Kevin Hart ran faster than Ricky.
You saw what happened to him.
Ricky! How can you not?
They
outrun
both
a
went down.
sawed-off
Come on
shotgun?
now.
You couldn't outrun a sawed-off shotgun at 40. You were already 40 yards away from
It
it.
doesn't have the range.
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, even I mean, come on, Ricky, zag.
Yeah.
You know?
You should have been like that Barry Sanders. You should
Yeah.
He had the milk. It was the football. He should have
Yeah.
spinning. You know, come on, you know you
Heisman.
got something in your hand. You always doing the juke.
And you know the school was at USC that was going to draft him. They were like, we dodged a bullet.
Oh.
There you go.
Donald Rumsfeld, what is it, not Donald Rumsfeld? Dick Cheney blasted a dude in the face with his shotgun. And
Yeah.
he was cool. Ricky can't outrun a sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah, 30 yards away already. Yeah.
Hey, if you listen to man, Chris Alexander's on with us September 1st, Funny Friday, 7:30 at Delando Improv Side Stage. James complimentary
right.
show.
Not
hey,
free.
Hey man,
That's
hey,
different.
tell him about you hanging out with Russell and on Rocky Patel's boat though.
Wasn't that the boat? We was at it was his lodge. Like he had like a ranch.
Hey, man.
Yo,
This
let me tell you, radio.
Man,
dog.
hey,
you
Man,
supposed to make this stuff. You supposed
man, here, I'll tell the story real
Hey,
quick. Hey, listen, I'll tell the
Russell
story.
sees everything.
He ain't gonna watch
I'll
this,
tell you
bro.
the
We got
story,
full
kid.
listeners.
You'll be
Russell
surprised.
Peters.
You'll be surprised.
Russell Peters picked me up in his Osprey.
Yo, he
And
would
we
text
flew-
me and be like, "Hey, so you're saying shit." I'm like, no,
you can't
Did
say
you
that.
just cuss?
Yeah.
No, I said things. I said
Chris,
things.
No.
How you
Sorry,
gonna
dude.
not tell a story and then the only thing you tell is a cuss word?
I said things, man. I said things. Let's replay. I said things.
Trying to get us
Yeah,
amped so we
let's
gonna
go
break
and skip
4 of our
that story.
fans'
You
heart,
ain't no
man.
fun, man.
I'll tell you, we were
Yeah.
in Rocky Patel's lounge, right? There we were.
Yeah.
It was
we
me,
was in. Okay.
Russell Peters, Rocky Balboa, Rocky, yeah. We were
Rocky
hanging out,
and
Rocky Patel,
Bullwinkle.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, the Rocky Mountains, right? We was all
Some
hanging
dude
out.
on rocks.
Yeah. The Rock was
The
there.
first-
Rock was
The
Yeah.
first row of Rock Live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rockefeller,
Rock Live was
Rockefeller
there.
Records and Rock Nation was there.
All of them, bro.
All of them. We hanging out, right? We Russell Peters, man. You think Russell Peters? He don't even do drugs. He only eats a certain mushroom that Joe Rogan grows one time a year,
Mhm.
right? And yeah, the mushroom screams when you eat it.
Yeah.
And he's like,
sunlight
hey.
touches it, it disintegrates.
Yeah, he's like, yo, this mushroom, you gonna eat this mushroom, you gonna see your death, your life, your grandma's gonna walk you through everything, right?
Mhm.
Rocky Patel rolling up this blunt. Giant
Mm.
blunt. He's like, I don't even smoke cigars, dog. I just be smoking blunts, but you know, you can't sell those. And they're like, no, you can now. He's like, what? Right? and then Chris was like, all right, guys.
You
Hooked
had
up-
one
hooked
of
up the
those
internet.
mushroom blunts, have you?
Yeah, he's like, I hooked up the internet, and they're like, all right, get out of here, kid.
Yeah.
Go play with the ones and twos.
They're pulling his spectrum.
Yeah.
Spectrum jacket on.
All right, guys. They're like, he's a good kid, that one. You know?
Oh man, listen,
had one of
man,
those
Chris
mushroom
Alexander's here. Chris, why comedy?
Why comedy? I just
Yeah.
wanted something different, man. Because like at the time, right before I started, I was working at GameStop, and I just wasn't like hitting that mark. Like I remember one day, it was a payday. Gave my wife a couple of dollars for a bill, and I only had like $7 left. And
Damn.
then I
So you
remember
went comedy? That's where the money is?
No. Okay, this is what happened. I kid you not. I was playing Grand Theft Auto 4. I did one mission. And the mission said like mission complete, $4,000. And I was like, yo, I gotta change my life because this makes no sense.
I'm doing
So-
better in Grand Theft Auto than I am in
That's
life. I've been
great,
there.
bro.
I've been looking at my house in Grand Theft Auto, and I'm like, I got killed yesterday, and I'm still doing better than I am in my real life.
Right. Right. So it's
Yeah.
like, man, something got to change. It's just like something got to change, and from there, something went into comedy. All right, let's see if this works. And then
that's a crazy story because most people are like, I was a funny kid or I was funny. Like,
You was like,
Grand
man.
Theft Auto made you want to be a comedian.
well, I mean, yeah, I was always funny. I was like always like trying to make my
But you know
mom
what's
happy.
you know what's funny? Killing virtual hookers. Like
Yeah.
that's hilarious. Yeah, man. Playing Grand Theft. I'm gonna be a comic.
Yeah.
Where was your first show? Was
Take
it
your
in
time.
Florida?
Open mic pizza in Melbourne.
Wow.
So yeah, it was
Man.
like I met Billy Myers III there, Eugene Singleton,
Mhm.
Zach Bennett, and a friend of mine from high school, Ray Brito. So I'm
Okay.
like, hey,
Ray
like
was the one that was hosting that show, correct?
yeah. So it was like, oh snap, like Ray, I haven't seen you since high school. He's like, yeah, I'm doing comedy now, this and so forth. Like, I want to get into comedy. He like, sign up. So as soon as
There
I
you go.
signed up and did time, and
What was your first joke?
my first joke was Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, when I talk about my son liking Batman, that was the first.
Oh, that's right. Okay, gotcha.
That was my first joke, and I've been doing that one ever since. So
Gotcha. Now you definitely, I've seen you progress and grow and become the comic you are now, man. It's been a road for you, man, but you
Thank
never
you.
gave up, and now you are killing it. When I see you perform, you make my wife laugh, and everybody knows if I say a comic makes my wife laugh, you funny because she
Yeah.
don't laugh at nothing, bro. She don't even
Nah.
laugh at me, but you made her laugh. So that's how I know you funny.
Thank you, appreciate it, man. Because that makes me nervous as much when it comes to like the comedy wise. If
Yep.
I don't get their approval, oh
Because you know they know comedy. That's the thing
Yeah.
about a comic's wife.
Right. They're around it all the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
And I put somebody in the show. My wife be like, why are they on the show?
Yes.
I be like, they
Yes.
can bring people.
And then
Yeah.
yes, that's right, man. That's
I
so
feel like
funny.
they're a bringer. They're
Mhm.
bringers. So yeah, they're on the show for being a bringer, yo. So you started in what, Melbourne? Because
Yeah,
you're not from that area, but you went to school there.
yeah, I went to school there. I was a Navy kid, and when my mom got out, most of my family lives in Florida. So when she got out, we moved back to Florida. I spent my last year middle school at Cocoa, and then did high school in Palm Bay. Then when I graduated, I went to the Navy, and then when I got out, I came back, and then did mediocre jobs that wasn't paying that much, struggling on bills, barely making it. But I was like, I just need to do something different. And so I was like, you know what? I've always been funny. Yeah, let's give this a try. So
I want to try something different. I want to starve by doing another job. That's what I want to do, man. That's what comedy is. Because let people know right now, you don't make a bunch of money in comedy.
No,
not at all, man.
But I want to work doing what I like to do.
I get that part.
I don't want to be famous. I just want to be able to like work, but work being, because everywhere you work, there's gonna be some type of politics. So it's like, I might as well be somewhere where I want to be and progress in that field versus having to do things I don't like and have to deal with a whole bunch of bull.
Got you. Now, what did your wife say when you first told her, hey man, I think I'm gonna try stand-up comedy? How well did that conversation go?
Real quick, we gotta run the commercial real quick, Jay.
Okay.
Let's hit this commercial real quick, and when we come back, we can bring that up, man. If you're listening, man, we got Chris Alexander kicking it with Real Laughs tonight. Chris will be at the Orlando Improv side stage this Friday, September 1st. It is a complimentary show, and it starts at 7:30, and you can just walk in. But we gotta take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Guys, do me a favor. Go out to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and follow us. Go to YouTube, subscribe to our page, and you can see all these beautiful faces. And if you miss any of our shows, you can go to iHeart, search Real Laughs, and hit us up and see us in podcast format. Join the virtual studio with James John, Miguel Colon Jr., and Chris Alexander, who will be at the Orlando Improv side stage this Friday for Funny Fridays. This is our 4th show. We're averaging about 45 people, man. So make sure you come out and check it out. It'll be Chris, Tay Tatted Up, Jacoby Bruton, and what's the
Drop,
brother? And Drop. So make sure you go check it out, man. And so when we went to break, James was asking Chris, how did his wife feel about him saying, you know what, I'm gonna start doing something that ain't gonna pay well.
Yep. I remember the conversation I had with my wife, so I want to know what your wife said.
I think maybe the same. Like, really?
Got you. Yeah.
like, okay. And then when she saw the work, because she always knew my work ethic. So when she saw what the first night was, and then what it transcended into, she was like, okay. So it went from there.
Let me ask you this, Chris. What did you do when you were in the Navy? What did you do in the Navy?
I was engineman.
Engineman. So you went on a ship.
Yes, I was on the Winston S. Churchill, which was a gas turbine. So on that ship, we worked on auxiliaries. So I worked on
it was a diesel turbine or what?
No, like a gas turbine. It's like different. But cool. I worked on the AC units, the water filter, the laundry press.
So let me ask you: were you funny in the Navy? Were you the dude? You weren't like the jokey dude in the shop or anything like that.
No, I was the depressed guy. Like,
damn,
bro,
damn.
I was the opposite. I just knew I was getting kicked out the military because I was the class clown. I clown all this, but I was just a funny dude that I ain't get in no trouble because it was a dude on base. His name was Gibson. Gibson would not. I saw Gibson rearrange like 4 or 5 dudes' jaws. Like I'm talking about, they would the next week you see them, they drinking out the straw. Like that's how Gib was. Oh, and Gib one day, man, I made this joke on Gib. He says, "Man, remember he used to call me butt naked." Yeah, he says, "Butt naked, boy, you lucky you funny. Because if you wasn't, I would knock your ass out."
I'm with you on that, man. Being funny can sometimes save your life.
It saved my life, man.
Yeah. But so here's the thing: when I was in the Navy, when I first signed up for the Navy, I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to go into the Navy band, but
that recruiter said, "Sign right in, kid." Yeah. What do you play, clarinet? Yeah, it's perfect, man.
Yeah, you go in, you do this thing real quick, and you can go into the Navy band. So yeah, I got hosed on that one. So
what did he tell you? Did he ask you if you wanted a second option besides band?
No. It was like you sign up for an engineer and then you go into boot camp.
So he told you sign up as an engineer.
Yeah, sign up as an engineer.
Into boot camp, and then they're gonna be like, we don't need an engineer, we need a clarinetist.
No. First off, I was a trombonist. That was the first off. Then they're like, no, you
everybody
go into process
trombonists get all the ass.
Oh hell yeah, got the slide and everything. But you like go to process days.
This when you, James, this us. Okay,
is the trombonist and the bass drum guy talking about? We don't need none of them. None of them. We start our own band. You ever seen a trombone and a bass drum just playing by themselves? If there aren't elephants walking, there's nothing for them to do.
Wow.
This
dude said if elephants.
Alexander, get out of here. The elephants are running amok.
Hey. I'm sorry, Chris. All right, Chris. So you wanted to go to the band, and then they tricked you into becoming a laundry engineer.
Pretty much, yeah. So pretty much.
Yeah.
Real talk. That's what happened.
The guy that you went to when the change wasn't working.
Like, he looked at me like,
the washing machine ain't working, man. No. Seaman Alexander.
Hey, Seaman Alexander, man, smell this. Tell me that don't smell like it's not getting the laundry fluid going through.
No, I tell you this. My nickname was Ajax. So every time like, hey, Ajax, come over here, fix this real quick. Ajax.
Yeah, that's funny, bro.
I hated that shit. I hated that. I'm sorry. Bruh, so I'm on David Job.
Bro, I'm about to kick you up out of here.
Bro. No. I'm sorry.
Bro, a lot of you guys know
Last time,
Chris is one of my good friends, man. When Chris actually got out the military, it was something else he wanted to do, man. And he could have been WWE champion, yo.
Boom.
Yeah.
Speak on it, Chris.
Yeah, so for a few years, I went to wrestling school. I went to the Team 3D Academy back when the Dudley Boys were together down in Kissimmee. So
I know they had washing machines over there.
Wow.
Yo.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, watch the tables.
Hey, they signed you up at the academy. They said, "What do you want to be? You want to be? Oh, you want to be a heel? All right, I'm gonna put you down as an AC tech." But I tell you what, kid, that's how everybody starts. Yeah, you play trombone? Great, man. We got an elephant.
Chris, hit him with your signature move, the fabric softener.
Yeah, the spin cycle, fabric softener.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why wrestling? Though? Like, what made you want to do that? So were you athletic in high school?
No. I played not in high school. Middle school.
Wait, you asked the trombonist if he was athletic in high school?
Okay.
There's a route you take, Ken.
I know, man. You know, maybe he dropped the trombone and then tackle somebody. I don't know.
Look at that trombonist do that 40.
Pretty much.
So quick.
No, when I was in middle school, I played football and I played basketball in middle school. But then when I got into high school, I was focusing more on music because I was a band geek.
That's the thing, though, man. That is a hard thing when you get to high school to follow all your passions because you really put you on a line. Like, you know, if you're going to be in band like that, you're going to spend time in band.
Yeah,
and you're not going to have the time. Or
Yeah.
if you're in sports but you want to do something else, you're going to, you know, it's sort of like just a track like that, you know.
All right,
But was your band a fun band in high school though?
Oh yeah.
Was you get with the band freaks?
We was all freaks.
Band freaks are all freaks.
All freaks. Like
Hey, man.
the American
Hey,
Pie
man.
band camp stories was nothing compared to like actual
bruh.
band camp stories.
No, you wasn't. You married.
He said he was.
Hey, man.
Hey,
no,
dog,
hey,
before
hey,
you
hey,
have to
before
preface
she
it with,
came.
before
Hey,
I got married.
Wait. Time out. My wife was in band too.
Oh,
All right. So there you go.
So the trombone's not just an instrument; it's an adjective. When you guys,
It's the safe word.
my wife played the clarinet. So.
oh, okay.
she's like, get me a reed and some oil and some rope. I'm gonna show you right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I played the woodwind, but tonight I'm gonna be percussion. Beat it.
Oh man! So Chris is at the Improv this Friday, September 1st. Funny Friday, side stage, 7:30, complimentary show. So make sure you guys come through. So you go to this wrestling school. Like I said, why wrestling? Why? Because that's just it's you know you get out the Navy, you married, you got some kids. Hey man, I'm gonna go be a wrestler.
Well, okay. The biggest thing was Devon was living in Melbourne at the time and he had a smoothie shop. So I was getting off work. I saw a sign that said meet Booker T. So I'm like, Booker T's here? All right, bet. So I pulled over, checked out the spot, saw Devon. I was like, yo, is that Devon? Devon Dudley? And he's like, yeah. Then I said I wanted to go to wrestling since I was a kid. And they was like, well, we have a school in Kissimmee. So I'll say, why not? So
I lived in Kissimmee and had no idea.
Yeah, didn't know. So I was like, all right, because at the time that was at TNA. So I went in. I'm a big person on if there's something that you want to do, give it a try. Yeah,
I give you credit for that. Like a lot of people will talk about it and not actually do it. But you say, hey, I've always wanted to wrestle. Let me go try it. So how long were you there at the school?
For maybe 4 years.
Damn, so you were there for a minute.
Yeah. It was like what? Oh, I want to say 2009 to 2012.
Okay.
Maybe 13.
Right.
So I had to stop because I broke my hand. I have like a boxer fracture right here. And as I was healing, my wife got pregnant. So it was like,
bro, everything stops there. When I know I've had those talks. When your wife get pregnant, everything that you was working on goes away. And it's all about focusing on getting the job and
bro.
taking them damn kids.
I need to know though, James. Chris, what was your wrestler name?
So the name I was working on was Teddy Vermont, which was like based off the Vermont Teddy Bears.
What?
Bruh.
Yeah.
What's the Vermont Teddy Bears?
No.
What's the Vermont? I don't know. What's the Vermont Teddy Bears?
The Vermont Teddy Bears was like one of those like bears that you get like custom made, but it's like a Valentine's Day.
Chris Alexander, you spent 4 years working on that. You Teddy Ruxpin?
Yeah, that's so, yeah, like what?
It took you 4 years to be Build-A-Bear Jones.
Hey, I had a nice little move to go with it too. So
It was called the
Yeah.
cuddle. It's
Yeah.
the Teddy. It's the Teddy cuddle. They push me in my stomach, and I go, "Friendship's the only thing you need."
Hey,
I gotta hear this.
that dude said it's the bottom line because Build-A-Bear said so.
What was your signature move, Chris?
The move I was working on was like a bear hug / boss man slam.
Okay.
From the Vermont teddy bear.
Yeah, like a bear hug, like I hold him tight and then I just slammed him down.
What was the name again? Teddy what?
Teddy Vermont.
Teddy Vermont. That's a pimp.
Yeah,
Right?
that ain't
You don't
even-
get fought by Teddy Vermont.
I had the red straps and everything. Like
You know where you can find Teddy Vermont? At Kenny's Grocery. Sitting over there with the rest of the gangsters, hanging out, talking
yo.
to
The hat to
Tokyo
the side.
Valentino.
Yeah.
Teddy,
with the
Teddy,
hat to the
Teddy.
side and everything.
You
Yep.
owe for that opium, my friend. And he's like, look, man, the shipment got taken. The shipment isn't what you owe for. You owe Tokyo Valentino for your time. Now I need you to smuggle these 62 elephants.
Hey, Teddy's in the back at the omelet station. Tokyo.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, Tokyo. I need 2 more weeks, dog. Come on.
Hey, I don't know who this I need to tell, but we all out of mushrooms, baby.
Yeah.
I always have mushrooms.
Rocky Patel, give me some mushrooms from the factory.
Wow.
Tokyo Valentino's like, meet my new omelet guy. He's a Vermont teddy bear. We're all inclusive.
Can't tell you nothing, Miguel.
Real quick, is it hot in here? Teddy bear, the HVAC. You're a war hero.
Oh,
Yo.
Hey, he got the Meritorious Maytag medal.
Yo.
Hey, what's the dude's name that said I killed Bin Laden? He's like, yeah, but I fixed his Maytag.
Is that a purple heart? No, man, that's a violet tide.
Yeah. Teddy Vermont. You know I'm calling you that.
That's
for
it
going
now. You
forward.
Teddy Vermont. I'm texting Russell
Teddy
Peters.
Vermont going forward, bro.
I'm like,
Oh,
Russell, man, it's Teddy Vermont from now on. You got working for you.
Oh,
if I get a
man.
text message
Russell
from
Peters
him
is like,
saying,
Teddy
"So
Vermont,
Teddy,"
get me an elephant and an omelet.
Hey man,
Wow.
we gotta go to commercial break. If you listening, we got Chris Alexander, aka Teddy
Teddy
Vermont.
Vermont.
Teddy Vermont in the building, and he will be headlining Funny Fridays this Friday, September 1st, 7:30 at the side stage at the Orlando Improv. Complimentary show. So come on through and check him out, and he'll put you in his finishing move, the Tide Bear Hug. I don't even what it's called. The Tide Bear Hug. We got to
Put him in the spin cycle.
cycle. We got to take a commercial break. We're gonna get back, man. Talk about your DJing career. We're talking about some
All right.
movies and stuff like that, man.
All right, man.
My homeboy on with us, man. And I'm happy to have him, man. And he made it through that last 3 minutes and didn't cuss. We'll be right back. Real Radio 104.1.
1 second.
Back, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Guys, do me a favor. Go out and follow us, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and also go to iHeart and search Real Laughs. And you can listen to all our shows in podcast format. The Tobacco Exotica was the sponsor for the show that me and Chris did Sunday night in Daytona. Shout out to them. The owners were so cool. They tried to get me and Chris drunk, but we had to drive back home. But they did give us free cigars and everything. But Tobacco Exotica, man, shout out to them, man. They
I want to ask
hooked
you,
us up.
where were you at, Ken? What location?
So the Streamline Hotel, which I think is like one of the original hotels for the Daytona 500. We did a show on the rooftop of the Streamline, and it
So
was
amazing.
a really good show, man. Great show. You had a couple of the
Yes,
drunks that be screaming stuff out, but other than that, it was a beautiful night. The breeze was nice. Got some free cigars, got free drinks, sold some merch, made some money. So it was a good night. So shout out to Anthony. I how you say his last name? Eskimo.
Vermont.
Akrat.
Akrat. But big shout out to Tobacco Exotica, man. Their owners were so cool, bro. Super down to earth folks, man. And I'm trying to hit y'all up, man. Hopefully we can do some work together here in the future. Join the virtual studio, James John, Miguel Colon Jr., and Teddy Vermont is joined with us in the studio. Teddy Vermont, aka Chris Alexander, because now you aka Chris Alexander, is DJing now. Chris, how did you get into DJing?
COVID. That's
So
all I can say.
COVID and start DJing?
Yeah, like all the clubs closed down, didn't have nothing to do, and I've had a small board since I started wrestling because I wanted to do that first. So, but
Teddy Vermont DJ'd his own intro.
That would have been dope.
Teddy Vermont. I'm gonna hug you, Teddy Vermont. You believe in friendship, Teddy Vermont. That's for life.
No, you believe in friendship. God dang.
Ain't nobody at the wrestling school was like, dog, you ain't got nothing else.
They were like, listen.
No, because I was big at the school, and since I was like kind of like soft spoken and this and so forth, they're like, yeah, you're gonna be like a teddy bear. And like, oh, okay.
I just Googled what a Vermont teddy bear was. Are they giant? Are they big?
I think they're big. I think they're like medium size.
So you was named after something you don't even know about?
Yeah.
I never. Hey,
Jesus Shuttlesworth. You know?
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
God dang.
It's a biblical name.
All right, man. So you DJ, you got a little board, you start DJing.
Yeah, got a little bored, and then when stuff started picking back up, I started working with Jersey, the Hastings Sensation, and because he at first he was doing like his music stuff off his phone, so I was like, "Yo, man, I could just DJ for you."
That, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, "Yo, I could just DJ for you," and like take it from there. So then working with him, and then he was doing private gigs, and I will have my set, and I'll like play a little something before he goes up, and I just got bigger and bigger and evolved from
Chris,
there.
You're too experienced at too many things. Like Chris can whoop your ass and put you in a suplex, fix your AC, get your laundry going, and then just DJ it as he leaves the house. You know?
Just scratch my way out.
Yeah. And you got to thank him for his service.
And give him 10% off.
10% off.
And
why we giving 10% off to a pimp? A pimp playing the trombone. He's got a long story to him.
Long story. No, man. I do believe in hard work, but I do believe in putting your work into like what you want to do. So that was just me. So.
Makes sense, man. And
you're a journeyman, bro. You are, man. You know, and that's. God, man, I really respect how many different things you put your mind into and your heart into, and you stuck with them. You were in wrestling school for 4 years. That's not like, hey, I got an idea. I don't know, I'm not gonna do it. You know, that's what's up, man. And you picked a horrible name. So you know, and you really stuck with it. And you had the stones to tell us on live radio the worst wrestling name anyone's ever said.
If you want to know the truth, there's a man that goes by the name of Dan Carr. And he was the original founder of American Gladiators. He gave me the name. He gave me the idea.
Of Teddy Vermont? Yeah, because he's the original founder of American Gladiators. He's got CT. He's like, he was sitting there and he was like, Aisha, baby, you black now?
That's funny.
Hey, do you think you can still take a bump? If somebody hits you, you think you can still fall like and not get hurt? Ain't that what they call it? Taking a bump. You think you can still do it? I mean, after 4 years.
No. I can still do the moves, but it's the bump is something that's kind of like
That's my quote for sex. I can still do the moves, but the bump. Oh, the bump ain't what it used to be, girl.
No. I think if I take one good bump, then everything will just come right back to me. So
what about punching? You know, because you ever seen the Ric Flair thing where he punching the string?
Oh no, yeah.
I
punch my kids all the time. I punch them, I kick them. I do that super kick.
Hurting them though.
No.
Okay.
I do that stand kick.
Let me ask you, because you trained as a wrestler, and I was I don't know if I told you guys, but I was a huge wrestling fan, and I would go see it live. Right. And I've gotten to see some big guys, some big names actually perform. Knowing the moves, who's a great wrestler? Not who's popular, but you see them and what they're doing, whether they're taking punishment or dealing it out. Who's a great wrestler in your opinion?
Currently, or like
Just just
all
who's a
around,
great,
like someone you know is a man. You look at them, you're like, damn, that was good.
Snap.
Because I have one, I think, but I'm biased.
Give me yours. Give me yours first.
I've always liked the character of The Rock, but I think he was also a very athletic and precise wrestler. As far as moves, as far as bumps, as far as falling, just the way he sold his moves, I thought he was a great wrestler.
I got my guy.
Who's your guy?
Ricky the Dragon
Dragon
Steamboat.
Yeah.
Man.
Bro, and I know that might be generic for a lot of people, but as a kid watching
Yeah.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, he was
a
an
big deal.
action hero,
Yeah.
bro.
I was gonna go Ricky Steamboat too, but I will probably go with Bret Hart.
The Hitman, man.
Selling it, but get you to buy into it. How athletic he was. Because I tell people all the time, I hated Hulk Hogan.
Because he
He
just
was a
wasn't.
good wrestler.
It was
Wasn't a
his
good wrestler.
punch, kick, body slam.
Leg drop.
Guess what,
Yeah,
Chris?
like,
Maybe
that's
maybe
all
only
you need.
maybe only
That's
half
all
of
you need.
real
You
laughs
need
live in
5 good
America.
moves, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Guess what, guys? Both you and James are never allowed in Tampa again. I am, because I love Hulk Hogan. Yeah, have fun never being allowed in Tampa again. And guess what?
There you
You
go.
are not real American.
Hogan's the man. Hogan's the man. I want to go to him.
Chris knows me.
No.
Chris, I am
See,
a real American.
But wrestling, that's a great point because wrestling was about personality.
Right.
Yeah.
It was about selling that character.
Y'all lost
and
your
Hulk
Tampa
Hogan did
privileges.
that.
I can't even believe y'all would
I
do
mean,
that.
dude, Ric Flair to me is the greatest of all time. But
Yeah, me
really
too.
watch Ric Flair.
It's hard to keep these gators down.
Bruh, he had a character, chop
Yeah.
you in the chest,
Yeah.
body slam you. He might have dropped the knee on
Figure
you,
four.
and then
Figure
figure
four leg
four you,
lock.
and it was over with.
Ravishing
Like,
Rick Rude. I love Ravishing Rick Rude, but he was just a brawler.
Yo,
Yeah.
come on.
So let me
man.
give you my two. Let me give you my two. And this is me being biased.
And tell us why though, because I'm interested in hearing this.
Devon Dudley.
On Dudley.
He's my number 2. And the reason why he's my number 2 is because he trained me and so forth. But my number 1, D'Lo Brown.
I
Yeah.
remember D'Lo. Bang bang.
D-Lo,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He come out
Yeah.
head bobbing like this, like walking. Yeah.
So that was
He was actually a very good wrestler.
very good.
Who do you think is the most overrated wrestler? With no disrespect to them, and don't let these two answer because I want real laughs to air in Tampa.
Ooh.
He said it one time, guys. Leave him alone. You tell me Hulk Hogan don't get one? You tell me Hulk Hogan don't get one?
No, because they changed the format of it. They because of Hogan and a few other people, it went Hollywood. It went mainstream. So you got to give them credit.
Yeah.
Overrated? God, I can't say. I can't say because knowing what went on backstage and hearing the stories and everything is hard to say because everybody did their part. Because it was
I would say just watching wrestling, I loved him, but I thought he was an overrated wrestler with Stone Cold, man. I love Stone Cold, man.
You can't never go to Texas now.
Yeah.
Bro. They coming.
You can't even go to Austin now.
Yeah.
You supposed to go
You
to
go to
Austin
Austin.
next week.
Oh,
You
fair
can't
they're
even
gonna
go to
stop the
Austin.
whole plane.
I
Knowing
love
your
him,
ticket,
man.
knowing you got a ticket, they're gonna stop the whole plane.
I love
I
his
gotta
vibe.
bleep
I love
this
his
out.
attitude, but yeah.
You gotta bleep this whole segment out.
But I understand what you mean technically, but bro, his persona was
His
amazing.
persona. It's like you
his
guys were saying
persona
about
was
Hulk Hogan.
Amazing, man.
Persona,
yeah.
man. His persona, Stone Cold's persona was especially that era.
And everything about him was right. Walkout music, everything. Like when you heard the glass break, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And
He
he
had
would just
that
lose their
vest.
mind, bro. That with the vest.
It was his moves that I thought were overrated. But his vibe, no.
He was a brawler too.
Yeah, he was a
beat you
brawler.
up.
Yeah.
He'll beat you up.
There was no holes. There was no.
And that's what
no-
I mean, wrestling moves. I know that's what you guys meant when you disrespected the gods himself, Hulk Hogan. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Terry up. Hey T, look, man, ain't no better.
Hey,
Plus, you know what you
Terry
did to
can't
them.
be mad at me. I get a pass because
You get a pass. I'm like, Terry, you want to get mad at him? He
said the
ain't mad
N-word.
at you. You know,
Yeah.
he said you and Paula Dean is cool in his book. So
Hey, you got Terry's number for real? I like to meet him.
call Bilal up. Man, if I had Hulk Hogan's number, he still wouldn't answer.
You know, we
Man.
can see him
Hey,
whenever
hey.
we want. We can just go right to his bar in St. Petersburg where he does karaoke.
My homegirl
Yeah.
Beatrice is
Ooh.
there all the time with him
Yeah.
and all of them,
Yeah.
man.
And I walk right up in there, and be like, Miguel Colon, he don't even think you're a good wrestler. Can I get a picture?
He's so phony. We so phony. We should do that because my son Noah wants to go. So we should
Yeah.
just take a ride up there, man.
We
All
could
right,
go,
we-
man. I'm like, I know the people that always do the
Mhm.
karaoke
I
out
would-
there.
I'll
Yeah.
tag along.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all wanna go see Hulk Hogan now, huh?
We
You
got
can come
like
with me,
2.5 minutes,
You can
man.
come, Chris.
Chris had one question. He really wanted to talk about his favorite movie and why. You got a minute, Chris, to tell us about what is your favorite movie and why it's your favorite movie.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, back the first one, 1990.
Okay.
And why?
Okay. And I agree with you, and I'll tell you why. I believe that too.
I'm
Uh,
with
first off, it's a lot of people don't know this, but it's an independent film. Like,
Mhm.
It was. Yes.
New Line
and so-
Cinema, right?
yeah. Well, no, that was the distributor.
Yeah.
It was like FHE or something.
And
like
New
that.
Line got launched by them. They got a new
Yeah.
new life in cinema with that.
Yeah,
The-
but
the
everything
first-
in
go
the like the way it was written and everything connected between the father-son relationship with every character.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It all connected. Turtles, the Splinter, Shredder to the Foot,
Can I say this too, Chris?
April to her dad's storage house
Yep.
area.
Yeah, that shit. Here's the thing too. The what's his name? The boy Kenny and his
Mhm.
dad.
Charles.
The introduction of Shredder is amazing. When
Yeah,
he comes
yes.
walking out
Yes.
long shot. And then also, guys, Shredder's one of those rare leaders. Listen to him talk at the beginning. He talks about how proud everybody is for this kid to be inducted into the Foot Clan. How this
Mhm.
kid worked hard and dedicated. When I watched that, I was like, so he's a bad guy because what, he cares? You know? I'm looking at
I
my
was-
dad like, yo, Shredder was there for them.
and I would say this real quickly. The reason it was such a good movie compared to the other Turtle movies, it took itself seriously.
Yes.
It was a great.
Now I got to go back and watch this because
No, it was
even
amazing.
remember all this.
They changed,
Yeah,
Rooftop
the
scene.
they changed
dark
it after the
tone.
first one. It was dark. It was serious,
Yeah.
just
They
like
used the
original
weapons.
comic
No
book.
other.
Yeah, they
no other.
didn't use the other weapons in them. They were like fighting with
No.
sausages in the other one.
Yeah.
Now okay, we gotta go, man. We got like 45 seconds. Chris is at the Orlando Improv Sidebar this Friday. Funny Fridays. Go check them out.
September
Chris,
1st.
real quick, tell them how to find you real quick. You got about 30 seconds. Go.
All the social media sites use C Alex _page. Once again, it's C Alex _page, not C Alice. That's a that's
Mm.
Hey, don't knock that honey. Don't knock that honey.
James, where you at this weekend, bro?
I'm gonna be at the Valerie Theater on Saturday. That's in Inverness. Look at my Facebook. You want to get some tickets?
Miguel, where you at this weekend?
I'm gonna hang out with Teddy Vermont. We're gonna watch Ninja Turtles and call Hulk Hogan and tell him y'all been talking reckless.
Mm.
I'm gonna be in Port Charlotte this weekend if the hurricane has not destroyed the city. Make sure you guys go check Chris out this Friday, Orlando Improv Side Stage. Please go see him. Ken Miller, Miguel Colon Jr., Chris Alexander, James Young. Miguel, do him the honors. Tell him what to do.
Teddy Vermont says you better take your ass to bed, brother.
You know what? I'm done. I'm done.
Hey, real quick, brother. Have you had your HVAC serviced? I'm a war hero.
On that note, the light goes out.
Oh.
goodness.
That was great.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
That was great.
Thank you, Chris.